One of my functions is to break stuff. And I've been breaking a lot of sledgehammer handles lately. In fact, I broke one that I just bought. $24 brand new. I only swung it 5 times and it was broken. It must have been defective. I'm not that strong. But I have these old pieces of ash that I cut up long ago, back when you could buy a handle for $7.50. That's how old they are. And they've been sitting around in my old workroom. This cistern that was, busted out, a hole in the wall, put a door in, basic piece of plywood, whatever, voila, you got a workroom. I ran some electricity in through that little hole, and I got it wired up and stuff. But this is my workroom, and it's not great, but it's not bad when it's 100 degrees out. In any case, I figured since I was paying $24 for one that only took 7 swings, I would go back and look at these ones I had roughed out many years ago. And I decided to take one and start working it down into a size and shape that would function as a sledgehammer handle. So now I've got it turned down. Now basically I'm a bodger. A bodger being a person that goes out into the woods and rough cuts green wood and turns it down into basic shapes. Not really skilled enough for finish work, but that's your job, right? You get things down to a point where somebody could make something out of them later. Well, now I've come to the point where I've got to be slightly more than a bodger to get this turned into a handle. So I've been working it down on the lathe with just some gouges and lots of sandpaper, and I got it roughly smooth. Now, most handles are not round. They're sort of oval shaped, and this one's basically, it's too fat, but it's not oval shaped either, and it's not perfect. But I'm thinking if it lasts more than 5 whacks, I will have gained something. And if I can control it, or maybe even grind it to a profile so it's not so round, so I can control it a little better, I'll have at least a handle that's as good as the one that did not make it. So I've machined this part here to accept the head, and then it got a little flare here, and it gets bigger down that way. But hopefully this will then become an actual handle at some point, bringing this to a conclusion and making a something out of things that this is basically quarter sawn or split at one point, turned green into these rough shapes with lots of extra meat for when I would come back later and more or less finish it off. So that's the making of a handle. And of course you'll have to cut a slot in here to relieve some of that pressure so you can get the head on. Then you put a wedge in and all that stuff, but that's a different subject. You can look at my hammer handle video. I think there's more stuff on that. Keeping 2 hammers out of a landfill, I think is what it was called. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, you know the drill.